Economic impact. One of the most immediate global effects of the conflict is the sharp rise in oil prices. Bad news for Ukraine. Russia has been struggling to fund its war effort amid declining energy revenues, and looming EU or G7 sanctions could have further weakened its financial position. But a sustained increase in oil prices could stabilize Russia's budget, potentially strengthening its ability to prolong the war. Much depends on whether Iran escalates tensions in the oil market, possibly by disrupting shipping through the Strait of Hormuz, a vital chokepoint for global energy supplies. Military impact. Iran and Russia have long been strategic military partners. Yet Iran's current predicament is unlikely to severely affect Russia's war capabilities. Moscow has already mastered domestic production of Shahed drones and is expanding that capacity, reducing its dependence on Iranian deliveries. Conversely, Iran may receive support from Russia, particularly air defense systems, given the losses it likely suffered in the Israeli strikes. Still, with its own air defense under constant pressure from Ukrainian attacks, Russia is unlikely to divert substantial resources to assist Tehran. A more immediate concern for Ukraine is a potential shift in U.S. military aid. Increased American support for Israel could divert resources that Ukraine was expecting. President Volodymyr Zelensky highlighted this issue before the Israeli strike, noting that 20,000 anti-drone missiles, initially planned for Ukraine, were being redirected to the Middle East. It wasn't expensive, but it's special technology, Zelensky told ABC News. These missiles were originally intended for U.S. forces in the region, but current circumstances may prompt Washington to send them directly to Israel, especially since Iran has also deployed Shahed drones against Israeli targets. Political impact. The most critical consequences may be political, specifically how Donald Trump interprets and responds to the evolving crisis. If Iran continues to defy diplomatic efforts, Trump may see Putin as failing to deliver on his promises of influence over Tehran. This could push Trump toward a tougher stance on Moscow. Conversely, a prolonged conflict could provide Putin with more leverage, positioning Russia as a mediator capable of restraining Iran. Trump, who campaigned on ending U.S. military engagements abroad, now faces multiple escalating conflicts. He may choose between continuing back-channel negotiations, possibly through Moscow, or adopting a more confrontational approach toward the so-called axis of evil led by Russia. The latter scenario is one that Ukraine and its European allies have long encouraged.